Wow. All right. I think it's like the middle of January. I think I stopped uploading somewhere in the middle of December. And I meant to get a status video up a lot sooner than this. Sorry about that. In fact, I haven't really even thought about what I'm going to say. So you know what? Let me summarize at least what I know I want to say up front in case this becomes some kind of painful disjoint status video. I'm not canceling anything that I'm working on currently. And videos should resume in the beginning of February, albeit at a greatly reduced rate. That's the what. Not going to talk about the why, if anybody even cares. So, where have I been? What's been going on? Why did I shave? Some amazing things can happen when you step away from the computer. I guess I'll offer my own life as an example. In fact, I think I had my head buried just a little too deep in this whole Let's Play YouTube stuff. I lost some perspective. In fact, it was a while back. So it was like a call for help. I'd reached out to Grimmeth, and he recommended I step away for a bit. Of course, I didn't listen to him, and then I simply waited for the content to run out. So instead, the problem has just fixed itself. That's what we're looking at now. But these days, I'm finding myself with considerably less time, but for all the right reasons. So, what happened? Well, first, I met the most amazing woman in Brooklyn named Annabelle. And you can't blame me for that one. That's like, girlfriend, YouTube. What's YouTube? What else happened? Well, I had some time to think, talk with some friends, and I finally had what's probably the most practical and hopefully viable business idea I've had in the last 2 years. So, I mean, I really need to start paying more bills around here. And, I mean, that's like heat, YouTube. It's not even a question. But need to start research on that next month. Depending on how that goes, then it'll be probably the majority of the year, if not more. Actually, that has nothing to do with video games. That actually has to do with long-distance hiking. I might as well just throw this out there. If you've done any long-distance hiking, either in North America or internationally, and you wouldn't mind answering a few questions, then I'd ask that you please get in touch with me, because probably pose those questions to you in a month or two. But thanks for any interest in that. All right, so how much time do I have? That's hard to say. I think I felt safe with an initial estimate of being able to set aside maybe about 8 hours a week. I'm going to try it, I think. So what does that mean? I think Fallout 2 production ratio is about 4-to-1. So it takes me about 4 hours to get 1 hour of video up, which works. Then I can at least do the weekly blind Fallout or this Fallout Friday every week. That's about half the allotted time. I guess the problem is that only leaves about 4 hours for Neverwinter Nights a week. You can imagine the production's a lot more complicated for Neverwinter Nights. And I'm almost embarrassed to say, but that's more on the order of like 20-to-1. So I wouldn't even be able to do that every other week. That'd be more like, to be realistic about it, like once a month. And I'm not happy with that kind of slow progress. But, I mean, I genuinely want to do these series. I actually really enjoy doing it. It's just about finding the time. So I think, so I'd rather do it even at that horribly slow pace than not at all. So I'm just going to give it a shot. But, so I'm going to make that initial promise. Try to keep with it. That's Fallout 2 once a week and Neverwinter Nights once a month. Once Fallout 2 is done, then I can basically double the rate at which Neverwinter Nights is done. So that would be more like bi-weekly. I think that's a little bit better, certainly. But then once both series are done, then I think I just got to take stock, see where I am, what's going on in my life. Maybe I'll be in my 60s by then. Sometimes it feels that way. That's how long these things are taking. But I don't want to really commit to the games beyond, even though I do want to do like Fallout 3, New Vegas, Neverwinter Nights 2, Dragon Age. But it just seems so far away that I just don't even want to like consider it just this year, you know? It's certainly not going to happen this year. All right. So what's the other problem? That's after that 8 hours, it doesn't really leave any time for anything else. And I'm looking at emails now going back to mid-December. Granted, it's been nice low volume because I haven't been uploading anything. But once uploads start, I think the volume will go back up a little bit. I think I just have to finally concede and not respond as much as I tend to, which is pretty much everything. I think I just got to make a hard, fast rule so I can expedite the process of response. I read everything. That's always been the case. And of course, I certainly appreciate, positive feedback and the like. But I think I'm going to have to limit my responses to questions only if I have an answer or try to answer something. So I'm probably going to be doing that, even going back to the emails back to, it looks like here, December 19th. But yeah, that's really it. So I guess I'm going to be back the last week of this month. That's when I'm going to start, I guess, trying to make videos again. And then, so I should have something in the beginning of February, though it might not be Neverwinter Nights until the end of the month. But at least, I guess, Fallout will pick up again the beginning of the month. But I don't know who's around. I don't know if anybody's around at the channel anymore. But if you have been waiting, thank you. Sorry, again, that I didn't really get a status up until now. But yeah, I guess I'll see you in February.